Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. Hope you are well. So we're going to take a look at building a simple character in here, and we're going to get them to sort of overlap and then hit each other. And when that happens, we are going to get a situation where we're going to hit each other and then we're going to get a point. So one is going to be your character, the other is going to be food, okay? So I'm going to go and put some blocks on here and give you time to go and make them. The character can be anything in this situation, okay? We have just made a simple, basic game here called Chamber 3, okay? So I'm just going to move my window out of the way so you can see here. I've called it Chamber 3 Overlaps there, and that's the name of my character. And so what I'm going to do is just pause my video and then show you the blocks that we've got. Okay, so this is my basic blocks, my character and my food, okay? And then I'm gonna go and grab a controller for this and move my sprite with buttons, okay? So this one here, I'm gonna call this one Zumba, okay? And if you get that black triangle, remember that your character here, your move Zumba or your sprite, they need to be the same name, okay? So we did that in year 2, where we kind of did some debugging. So if that occurs, then just go and change that into my sprite, or change this one into Zumba so that the two actually go together. So that's the first bit, okay? And then we want overlaps. So the overlaps, I can put my face over here so we can go and control things in the canvas. So in your sprite section, this is where we can control things. If we just look down and look very closely as we scroll down, you can see there are titles. So they give us the names of the sections. And what we're looking for is the overlaps. When you go to the overlaps, you go to your on sprite kind of player, it overlaps with other sprites, and this bit here is going to be the food. So when they overlap with each other, one goes on top of the other, and then we get a reaction. So we want to go and put our reactions inside this big mouth here. So I'm going to go and pull this out here like that and put it nice and neat. And then if I just pull this over so we can actually see what's going on, I'm going to zoom out one more time so we can see what's going on. So on sprite kind of player overlaps with other kind of food, and so this is my food here. So player and food, this one is going to overlap this one. What I want is for my score to go up, or my life to go down. So I've got change life by -1 here, and then I can go and change score by 1, depending on what it is that I'm getting. In this case, it's going to be a point, okay? So I can change my score by 1, okay? Because I'm going to go and get some food. If I had a bad guy in there, or an enemy, then then my life would obviously go down, and you can tell the game how many lives that you want to start the game with. However, when my game started, if we look closely now, you can see, I'm going to go full screen, you can see that my score now is nearly 1,000 points because I started off with things just being moved in here, okay? So if I just move my keys and I use my arrow, so I can move this out of the way now, my score stops, okay? In order to stop this from happening, what you want is just something to occur and to happen the moment that you get a point. Normally, it's going to be like a bing sound. So if you put the bing first, what that means is the bing is going to happen and then the points are going to occur. If you have the points first, it's going to hit the points and then it's going to stay there, and you're going to have like 20, 30 different points occurring before the ding, okay? So if we put the ding in there like that and then change the score by 1, okay, you can see like that, we're going to get the points. And you can see it's much, much slower, and it gives us enough time to get the thing out of the way and for us to go and create a action afterwards. Maybe that the food disappears for a bit and then appears somewhere else. We don't know. This is for our game later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at doing that, okay? Go and have a go at putting the blocks in, okay? Maybe change this so that when you get food, your life actually goes up by 1. So if you go into the info and then change the life by 1, you could go and change life by 1 and change that by 1, for example, is something you could experiment with, okay? So my life, you see, it's going up by 1 all the time. Right, So it's time for you to have a little go. And as always, good luck.